Hi guys, so we're doing lesson 1.4 today, sketching graphs of functions. Let's start out by talking about transformations of graphs. There are three types of transformations in general. First, there's translation, which means you take your graph and you move it up or down. Then there's stretching, so basically compressing or expanding your graph. Then there's reflection, which means you will reflect your graph on the x or y axis. So the x or y axis will act like a mirror. Let's talk specifically about translations, vertical and horizontal shifts. Let f of x be a parent function, which means the original function, and supposedly we have this c, a variable, is a number that's bigger than 0. If we have the function y equals to f of x plus c, that means you shift the graph of the original function by a distance of c units upwards, so you shift it up. If we have y equals to f of x minus c, then you shift your original function a c units downward. If we have negative c inside the bracket, this becomes the tricky part. You shift your graph to the right side. And if it is plus c inside the bracket, then you shift your original graph by a distance of c to the left. Then we have stretching and reflection. So again, let f of x be a parent function, and supposedly this time we have this number c that's bigger than 1. If we add the c in front of the function, so y equals to c f of x, then the graph will stretch vertically by a factor of c, for c is bigger than 1. If we have y equals to 1 over c times the original function, then it will compress vertically by a factor of c. If we have c inside the bracket times by the original function, then the graph will compress horizontally by a factor of c, for c is bigger than 1. If we have y equals to f of c divided by x that's inside the bracket, then the graph will stretch horizontally by a factor of c. If we add a negative sign in front of the function, then it reflects about on the x-axis. If the negative sign is inside the function, then it is a reflection on the y-axis. Let's look at an example. So describe the following transformation that has been made on the original function, and what is the original function. So we have the function of y equals to 3 times the root of x minus 4 plus 1. Let's analyze it by looking at every single number first. So what does the first 3 mean? Well, it's in front of the function, so it means that the graph has been stretched vertically because it's outside. If it's inside, then it'd be horizontally. But since it's outside, it's vertically by a factor of 3. The one that's at the end means that the whole graph has been shifted upwards, so that's a vertical translation, by a factor of 1. The 4 that's underneath the square root means that the graph has been shifted to the right, since it's a negative 4, by a factor of 4. Now we want to know what the original function is, and that's very easy. All you do is cancel out all the numbers that we just went through. So you cancel out the 3, cancel out the negative 4, and cancel out plus 1. All you're left with is f of x equals to the square root of x, and that would be the parent function. Look at example 2. Now this is a graph of y equals to e to the power of x. The blue line is the original function. If we add 3 in front of that function, then we stretch the function vertically by a factor of 3. And that's indicated by the red line as shown. The green line is the same as the original function, only you shifted 5 units to the right side. So that's the end of this lecture. Check out the activity video, and if you still have some uncertainties, then consult your teacher ASAP. I'll see you guys next time.